Football is a way of life, at least in certain parts of the world. It's almost like this country lives, breathes and dreams about the game. We're talking of Brazil. Here the fine line between football fervour and fiery unrest is often blurred. It's this raw, intense emotion that ignites the blood and soul of football fans. Now, it happened last month. We told you about it. A World Cup qualifier match turned horrific, where Brazil took on Argentina at the Maracanã. Just before the match was about to kick off, massive clashes broke out between locals and Argentinian fans, and it turned violent. Cops resorted to using batons to charge the crowd. The standoff resulted in Messi walking out. Goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez rushed in to be a part of that brawl. We all know of the rivalry between football's two most passionate countries, but it is within the blink of an eye that a friendly banter often escalates into a hostile conflict. This is what I call the dark side of the beautiful game. The latest chapter in this, the riots that broke out in the Brazilian city of Santos recently. Take a look. Now, what you saw was a result of a simple, friendly football match. Why did it get to this? Now, Santos, a local Brazilian football club, took on Fortaleza. To give you some context, Santos is the former club that Pele, yes, the late legendary footballer Pele, represented. Santos lost the match 2-1 to Fortaleza last night and were relegated post the home game loss. Now, you know what relegation entails. It's when a club or a team finishing at the bottom of the league are demoted to a lower group or tier for the subsequent season. This can be due to poor performance or if the club breaches any regulations. Santos, or shall we say Pele's club, was relegated due to their terrible campaign. The club in their last 5 matches couldn't even win a single game and plunged to 17th in the standings. It was the first time in over 100 years that a club like Santos were reduced to such a horrible season. They were demoted to the second-tier level of Brazil's domestic leagues with that loss. But what followed after the match was fury and wrath from passionate fans. Some couldn't hold back their tears, but many went on a rampage, venting their anger and ire. Buildings were damaged, vehicles were set ablaze. Police had to intervene. They fired tear gas at Santos fans to try and contain the situation.
I've never seen anything like it. It was terrible, it was scary.
With this fire outside our house, it made it even worse. We were afraid of this fire spreading to our house.
Now, that's what a local resident had to say. I have never seen something like this, something that even Santos supporters would agree. The great Pele brought glory to the club. He made it one of the most famous and renowned clubs worldwide. The 1950s was when it saw some of its golden days, and the club is home to some players who enjoy a huge fan base, like Neymar, Robinho, Rodrigo. The pain of the loss is because of the legacy that these footballers and the club have built over the years. Witnessing the downfall of such a club, that's been a source of pride for the locals. But having said that, there is no room for violence in sport. In fact, for a club that has produced one of the legends of the sport, it's sad to see that its current athletes are now running for cover amidst an angry mob. If shying away from a horrible season was not enough.